everyone. Time now for What's the Buzz, and today we're talking about something being proposed in Michigan schools.
Yeah, joining us now are Ramona Prater, media and marketing specialist, motivational speaker, author, and former Biggest Loser contestant, Pete Thomas, and Mimi Brown, who's also a motivational speaker and an author. Good morning to everybody.
Good morning, guys.
How are you?
Good morning. Good to see you again.
Great to see you.
Morning.
Great weekend.
Yes, super weekend.
Awesome.
So we've got a story that I know is going to be edgy in so many different ways, but in my view it boils down to one thing. But here's the story. The Michigan Board of Education has written up a proposal to allow all students to choose. You can now choose as a student your gender. You can say if you're a boy or a girl, doesn't matter how you were born. You can choose your name, pronouns, how you're addressed, and you can choose the bathrooms that you care to use.
Right, so only students themselves, regardless of parental or doctoral input, will determine their gender identity.
Yeah.
So is this something that needs to be enacted in schools? We got a couple parents on the panel. I see you, Ramona. Don't hold
I'm
back.
trying to wait for everybody else.
Yeah.
Because this is an open and shut thing for me.
Yeah. You know, first I think is the foundation. The foundation is you're not going to allow the child to decide. You're going to allow the pressure of other kids to help that child decide.
Absolutely.
You're going to allow social media to help that child decide.
And where are the parental rights for who born you?
Right, exactly.
And speaking of born, we're not identified by what we think we are. We're identified by who we are.
Biological.
Leopards by their markings.
I gotta disagree with that a little bit because I teach a diversity class, and one of the things we talk about is you have sex, which is the physical package you're born and you enter the world with, and then you have gender identity, and that's the psychological way you see yourselves. And sometimes your physical package does not align with the psychological way you see
So
yourself.
if I see myself as a pit bull, I come in here and start scratching myself and barking. No. This is what you're saying. This is a mental thing. I think the crisis is a crisis of identity, and it happens in your head. It has nothing to do with one's body. You are who you are. I can think I'm President Obama all I want. I can say identify as a white male. I'm now Chuck Gatica.
Right.
And you guys are going to pander to that? You're not going to say, Ramona, you need to go talk to somebody? You're going to say, well, no, I'm going to respect your feelings. You are Chuck Gatica if you feel like you are. That's insane.
No, I don't think it's the same thing. I think
it is exactly the same.
I don't think it's the same
It's
thing.
the
You have
exact
people
same
who
thing.
have very different views about the way they physically see themselves.
Right.
And they have a right to be called what they choose to be
Well,
called.
does this not violate the parental right by not allowing them to have influence over a say in this decision? Because you're allowing, when we say doctoral input, what you just said a minute ago, that means that the kid just walks in and at 14, 13, whatever, right?
They don't know
the kid,
anything at that
and God
age.
love them, but maybe they're not even mixed up. Maybe to your point, it is what's happening. But they can still say with no other input, this is what I say
Well, Chuck,
today.
I disagree with the fact that their parents don't have any input to that, because that's at that age you're so impressionable. So I think it's a really hard call. But at the same time, I think you identify one way and you might see yourself totally different.
Listen, their old adage says, if it wags its tail and barks, if it quacks, if it swims and quacks, it's a duck. Why have all these things been thrown away? And everybody's so nervous about saying what really is. People are so sensitive to everybody's feelings, and the truth is what it is. A dog is a dog. A girl is a girl. A boy is a boy. Period. I don't care what you feel.
Let me ask you this. Do kids at that age even know how to make these decisions?
And that's
because the older you get,
they're going to be influenced by outside things.
Right, the older you get, you look back at people younger than you and you're like, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
So is that
So I favor biology. If we can figure out that the penguin was a female, you know, that we did earlier. We can figure out, exactly right, Hazel. We can figure out whether you've got an XY or two X chromosomes. We can figure out biologically what you are.
Absolutely.
And then as you become an adult, if you, as an adult, you want to shift over into another form of identifying yourself, then maybe I can go for that. So to force it on the kids and to eliminate parental
Or to leave it up to them. This is to leave it up to them, and I think that's what the danger.
So these are human souls we're talking about, right? Maybe mixed up, maybe not, but these are human people. But now when the pedal hits the metal, it becomes real, and someone says, I need my own bathroom. I need a special bathroom because the girls are saying you can't let that guy come in who now just changed his name. Parents are up in arms. I talked to a principal last week. She said they're allowing one kid to use the teacher's bathroom so they don't have to go male or female. What about bathrooms?
See, I wouldn't have a problem if you wanted to use a teacher's bathroom, but remember what the criteria talked about is, imagine it this way. Imagine that you have, freshman girls and now is a senior boy who comes into the locker room because he's confused about his gender. Do you want your freshman girls exposed to the senior boy walking around naked? So and really in that criteria, it said that if you want to be identified a certain way, not the different identified, but if you feel uncomfortable with that, you have to ask for special things, for special treatment.
And where does it end? How do you close Pandora's box is my question. Like again, so in 2 years, somebody comes to school and says, I want to be a pit bull, or I identify more with a turtle. Then you make turtle bathrooms. I mean, where does this end? This is a Pandora's box that cannot be shoved closed, and we need to be very careful about how we just start allowing everything to be okay. If the world were all green lights right now, it would come to a stop in seconds. You cannot have, everything is not okay.
So what's a better way? What would you guys say is a better
You would just
way?
put a stop to it, obviously.
I would just say how your identifiers are on your body. I think that there's a manufactured design. It is not religion. It is biology. Women have breasts in other parts, and men have other parts, and that's just what it is. If you want to take it up later with your psychologist, that's something different. But not in school. This is, as long as you're under 18, you be what you were designed.
Okay. Mimi, what do you think?
So I think if you look at some of the other cases that they've had where you've had people who've gone through transition, give them a separate restroom. The hard part is, as a teenager, you already have a lot of pressures to deal with anyway. So if you decide to remove yourself or get special privileges, then I think that causes a whole nother peer pressure issue that you have to
And before we
deal
get Pete in, let me just say where the pedal hits the metal here again. Every business in America, every building, every school is now going to put a third bathroom where maybe there was no plumbing. I mean, this is an extraordinary expense, too.
This is not unique. They have other cases like this in the U.S. where energy companies that I know of have had to do that before.
Interesting.
Have put in a third bathroom.
Put in a third bathroom, or something that's considered a family restroom, or something that is gender neutral.
Yeah, it is not even a third bathroom for me. It is, look, it starts with biology, and there are cases where biology gets messed up, and if as an adult you want to identify separately, I'm okay with that. But then now you're forcing me to really change who I am, because what if I just don't want, you know, you in my bathroom because I'm used to having guys in the bathroom, and now I'm confused. Do I cover up in the bathroom, in the locker room? I don't know.
And then that makes you insensitive. That makes you a bad person because you have your own opinion. That makes you a bad person now. In our society, we make room for everything but the original opinions. And I think that is, it's sad that we're sitting here talking about this. To me, this is a really sad situation.
Very interesting discussion. And I'm just saying, I am a guy, but cover up. Just
Is that too much to ask? Cover up, right?
Don't talk to me if you're not covered up.
And I love you, you know.
Right here.
Grow
Right here is a lot of testosterone.
Exactly.
Well, thank you all so much
good to
for
see
being
you.
here.
Good
Thanks,
discussion.
guys, for having us.
Enjoy your day. Next